Okay, Undertakerfreak. I think your video completely just went completely off the point. I kind of, I have nothing against you, just first off. Nothing against you whatsoever. I actually like your videos, I like your content, and I agree with most of it, but I couldn't agree with this one. In case anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, he made a video concerning the music video released recently by the Insane Clown Posse called Chris Benoit. And he's pissed off because the video did not exploit why he did it or why he went off the deep end. And he brought up the whole 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient and the brain oozing this, that, and the other. And like I said, I agree with him. I think that's what set Chris Benoit off. But originally going into this music video, when I heard it was going to be on their Mighty Death Pop album, I thought it was just going to be a song completely about Chris Benoit and his wrestling career and how his end, his tragic and out of this world demise pretty much overshadows his career. But instead what we got, in case nobody ever saw it, it's pretty much more of the what was going on in his mind the last 3 days of his life. Just, they don't even talk about his murders, they don't insult Chris Benoit technically, but they have this music video where they talk about going completely nuts. Now, there's that old saying that during the incident, people assume that the murder started because Chris Benoit and Nancy Benoit had an argument and Chris Benoit snapped and lost his mind and choked her out, which is something we all do. But everyone's going to have a different opinion about Chris Benoit himself. They're going to say he's a sick, cold-blooded murderer, or they're going to say that he was a guy that was completely fucked up in the mind. I don't think this was a call for publicity or whatever it was. Looking at it, as far as music video-wise, it actually was the most artistic I've seen them ever do. Because there was a lot of things that can make you really think, oh, what was the message they were trying to go for? Like the guy with the puzzle pieces all over him. You can depict that as anything. You can depict that as not a lot of the pieces are together in this person. The puzzles are not complete, or something's not complete within him. And or in the case of Chris Benoit. Because, again, we don't know why he went off the deep end as far as motively, or why he killed his son. This, that, and the other. We all know that he had a screwed up brain. And that's more than likely what contributed to that. There's not a guarantee that's the case, but that's what I feel. I feel that was the case. But you also insulted juggalos and ICP themselves. Personally, I don't care if you insult ICP. That's your prerogative. I never really cared because it happens so often. What I get miffed about is when somebody insults all ICP fans, because I myself am included on that boat. And I will tell you, there are crazy ICP fans out there. I've been to concerts. There are some crazy fuckers out there. I will admit that to you. But I don't like being lumped into the whole crazy business, because as a personal fan who watched your video and didn't get pissed off, but just morally disagreed with you on the content of the video. I don't think they were trying to go for publicity. I think they were trying to make an artistic form of music right there. This was the most artistic. It wasn't my favorite song, don't get me wrong. But I feel that when you lump all of us, you're going to get your occasional few that are going to be like, hey, I'm not that crazy type. And I'm not. You don't like ICP, fair enough, more power to you. But don't look... Maybe you weren't going for that in your video. Maybe you weren't. I don't know. Maybe the way you worded it or the way I heard you was completely inaccurate. Please let me know if I'm being inaccurate about it. But I don't think all fans or all juggalos are bad. I know a couple who are ICP fans who are relatively collective in the head, which makes me laugh when the police are now identifying juggalos as gangs. And, like I said, I don't think that they were going for some sort of cheap publicity, because if they really wanted to go for cheap publicity and get themselves over, they would have made a song completely bashing the living fuck out of him. Because, as far as I've seen, that's the majority opinion. The majority opinion is he's a sick fuck who's going to burn in hell. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe there's more than enough people that defend him. But from what I've seen on the internet, I see more hate towards Chris Benoit than I do see towards love. And I think they really would have went for publicity if they decided to just diss the fuck out of him and say he was a cold-blooded killer. Especially since Violent J is a religious man. If you haven't read his book, you'll know he's a fucking religious man. He's Christian all the way. Or, I shouldn't say that. He believes in God. Let's just say that. He does believe in the idea of God. Which is something I even disagree with Jay on. But all I'm saying is this. I think that's what they would have won if they wanted to go for publicity. They didn't do that. They didn't even say anything positive about him. They didn't say anything positive. They didn't say anything negative. Which is what I think guys like them, who are making a music video, should do. That, I mean, whatever they want to do, but I think that was the best way to go. Just to, if you're going to refer to Chris Benoit, refer to something that happened. Whether it be his wrestling career or what happened in his mind. Try to be as unbiased as possible. But they made a video basically talking about what happened inside his mind, or what could have snapped in his mind. So, I think I have to disagree with you on this, respectfully. If you want to make a video response saying to me why, or expanding why you think it's stupid, or if you want to refute my points, go right ahead. I didn't really make much points. I'm just here defending myself, saying there are normal, level-headed juggalos. I don't even know if you can call me a juggalo, although the term for a juggalo is supposed to mean a family or somebody who will listen to music and just be together, listen to music. You don't fight over it. And that's why some juggalos look like idiots, because they don't think the term logically. But whatever you want to do, if you want to respond, if not, whatever. I just felt I needed to make this video towards you. So, yeah. Do with it what you will.